The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers profound insights that remain remarkably relevant in our modern world. This timeless wisdom tradition emphasizes that the path to a meaningful life lies not in external achievements or material possessions, but in developing wisdom and noble character through reason and ethical living. The fundamental premise is that everyone, regardless of background, education, or social status, has the inherent capacity to become a philosopher and live wisely. At its core, Stoicism democratizes philosophy, asserting that wisdom isn't reserved for academic elites. Everyone has the capacity to become a philosopher and live wisely. This radical notion of philosophical equality was revolutionary in ancient times and remains powerful today. The Stoics believed that regardless of social status, wealth, or education, all humans possess the innate ability to cultivate virtue and understanding. This universal accessibility of wisdom forms the foundation for Stoic teachings about human potential and ethical development. The philosophical lineage of Stoicism traces back to ancient Greece, building on foundations laid by thinkers like Heraclitus and Socrates. However, it reached its fullest expression through Roman philosophers such as Seneca, who served as Nero's advisor, Epictetus, who began life as a slave, and Marcus Aurelius, who ruled as emperor. This diverse heritage demonstrates how Stoic principles transcend social boundaries and remain applicable across all walks of life. The varied backgrounds of these prominent Stoics reinforces the philosophy's universal applicability. One of the most fundamental Stoic teachings is the distinction between what is truly good and evil. The Stoics took a radical position. Virtue, excellence of character, is the only genuine good, while vice is the only real evil. Everything else, wealth, health, pleasure, pain, life circumstances, falls into the category of indifference. While these things may be preferred or dispreferred, they don't determine our happiness or moral worth. This classification system helps practitioners focus on what truly matters for living a good life. This perspective leads to a profound shift in how we view life's challenges. Rather than seeing external circumstances as inherently good or bad, Stoicism emphasizes that our judgments, attitudes, and responses shape our experience. We may not control what happens to us, but we always maintain control over how we interpret and react to events. This principle of internal control becomes a powerful tool for maintaining emotional equilibrium and making wise choices in difficult situations. The practical application of Stoic philosophy centers on several key exercises and mental practices. Negative visualization involves regularly contemplating potential losses and hardships, not to become pessimistic, but to cultivate gratitude and emotional resilience. The dichotomy of control teaches us to focus our energy on what we can influence while accepting what we cannot change. Daily self-reflection helps us examine our thoughts and actions, gradually aligning them with our highest principles. These practices form the cornerstone of Stoic self-development. One of the most fascinating aspects of Stoic philosophy is what's known as the ethical paradox. This describes how genuine self-love and self-interest, when properly understood, naturally evolve into universal love for humanity. As we develop wisdom and understand our nature as rational, social beings, we recognize that our well-being is inextricably linked with the welfare of others. This progression from self-concern to cosmic citizenship reflects the Stoic vision of human development and demonstrates the interconnected nature of personal and social ethics. The Stoic conception of living according to nature doesn't mean a primitive existence, but rather living in harmony with our rational nature and the natural order of the universe. This includes understanding our role as social beings with duties to our communities and humanity at large. The Stoics saw humans as parts of a greater whole, capable of comprehending and cooperating with the natural order through reason. This holistic perspective influences how Stoics approach decision-making and ethical behavior. Practical wisdom in Stoicism involves developing clear judgment about what is truly important in life. This means learning to distinguish between what merely appears good, like wealth, fame, or pleasure, and what is genuinely good, virtue, wisdom, justice. This discrimination helps us avoid being swept along by social conventions or superficial desires that don't align with our deeper values. The development of practical wisdom requires ongoing practice and reflection. The Stoic approach to emotions is often misunderstood. Rather than suppressing feelings, Stoicism advocates developing a healthy relationship with emotions through reason and understanding. The goal is not to become emotionless, but to respond to life's events with wisdom and appropriate feeling, free from destructive passions or irrational reactions. This balanced approach to emotional regulation remains particularly relevant in our high-stress modern world. Modern applications of Stoic principles are numerous and powerful. In our age of constant distraction and material excess, Stoicism offers a path to focus on what truly matters. Its teachings on resilience and emotional regulation are particularly relevant for managing stress and anxiety. The Stoic emphasis on character development provides a meaningful alternative to the endless pursuit of external success markers. These applications demonstrate the philosophy's continuing relevance. The philosophy also offers valuable guidance for leadership and professional life. The examples of Stoic leaders like Marcus Aurelius demonstrate how philosophical principles can inform ethical decision-making and responsible governance. The Stoic focus on duty, integrity, and service remains relevant for modern leaders and professionals. These principles help create more ethical and effective organizational cultures. In relationships, Stoic principles encourage understanding, patience, and forgiveness. By recognizing that others' actions often stem from ignorance rather than malice, we can maintain equanimity in difficult interactions. The Stoic perspective helps us respond to conflicts with wisdom rather than reactive emotion. This approach fosters healthier relationships and more constructive social interactions. Environmental ethics also find support in Stoic philosophy. The emphasis on living in harmony with nature and understanding our place in the cosmic order aligns with modern ecological awareness. Stoic principles of moderation and rational resource use offer guidance for sustainable living. The philosophy's holistic worldview provides a framework for addressing environmental challenges. The enduring relevance of Stoicism lies in its practical wisdom for navigating life's challenges while maintaining inner peace and ethical integrity. It provides tools for developing resilience, making wise choices, and contributing positively to society. In our complex modern world, these ancient teachings offer a proven path to personal growth and meaningful living. The philosophy's emphasis on practical application makes it particularly valuable for contemporary life. Through consistent practice of Stoic principles, individuals can develop greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and ethical judgment. This philosophical approach helps us focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and maintain perspective in both success and adversity. The result is a more balanced, purposeful, and wisdom-oriented life. Regular practice of Stoic exercises reinforces these benefits. The journey of philosophical development is ongoing, requiring regular practice and reflection. As we progress in understanding and applying Stoic principles, we gradually develop greater wisdom, resilience, and ethical character. This growth process aligns with the Stoic vision of human potential for continuous improvement and moral development. The path of philosophical progress is both challenging and rewarding. Stoicism's emphasis on rational thinking and ethical behavior provides a framework for addressing modern challenges. Whether dealing with personal difficulties, professional challenges, or societal issues, Stoic principles offer guidance for maintaining perspective and making wise choices. The philosophy's practical nature makes it particularly valuable for navigating contemporary life's complexities. The integration of Stoic principles into daily life requires commitment and practice. Regular reflection on Stoic teachings, combined with practical application in daily situations, gradually transforms our perspective and behavior. This transformation leads to greater resilience, wisdom, and ethical living. The journey of philosophical development becomes a lifelong pursuit of excellence. The universal accessibility of Stoic wisdom makes it particularly valuable in our diverse modern world. Regardless of background or circumstances, individuals can benefit from applying Stoic principles to their lives. This democratic aspect of the philosophy aligns with contemporary values of equality and universal human dignity. The practical nature of Stoic teachings makes them applicable across cultures and contexts,